conversation about Charmed. Okay. Oh, I guess I'll post about it again to the grams.
Hello, anyone who is here. I don't know if in this streaming thing I'll be able to see comments. I have no idea. I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I don't know. I feel like you should.
Maybe. We'll find out. But yeah, we're going to talk about Charmed. Spoiler filled.
Oh yes.
Like let's not even
I'm like, do I need to make that apparent? Maybe. We put a banner.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, how are we supposed to discuss our complex thoughts and feelings?
It's impossible, actually.
Also, like, Charmed has been out for like 7 million years.
We don't have to say it like that, but yes.
Like, okay, for context, I just watched the first season of Big Bang Theory, which is basically the year after Charmed ended.
Dang. Instagram is so obnoxious. I've been trying to use it more often, but it's still a pain in my ass.
Which one? Blue Sky?
No, Instagram.
Oh, Instagram. Yeah, I just use stories, and even then, I'm not very good at it.
Yeah, it can be a struggle, but yeah. So I'll give it a little bit more time, but I can explain it now and then explain it again. But we basically were like, yes.
I mean, listen. Here's the thing. There's like 4 plot lines in Charmed.
Yeah,
like it's not that deep.
And if you watched any other kind of like paranormal something show around the same time, I'm sure they have some similar problems and various things.
I was nice to Jess, and when she got to season 7, I didn't spoil anything. And I didn't even spoil season 6 for her. But I don't think it mattered.
No, I mean, no.
Was there ever a moment where you're like, oh my gosh?
No. Some of it, no. But yeah, ultimately we want to tier rank the seasons, but there's a lot to get there because there's discussions to be had about arcs and love interests and whatever else comes to mind. There may be a rant or 3 from me,
especially as we get near the end. Now, so I guess we've planned so little. We have planned so little. Do you want to go in order of seasons? Because that would make sense. But then we do not end on a high note.
Oh, this is true. This is true. I don't.
So, like, do we want to try and like fight for which ones we think are the worst? Should we try and go from worst to best and like pick those out and argue over that, or should we just be normal and go in order?
That's so hard for me. Normal, not a concept. Because I didn't think about that till you just said it. Like, yeah, it's gonna end. Well, I don't know. I would wait. I know that people do polls, but I think you have to do that through YouTube. And
I don't know how to do that. I am not.
I don't know how to do that either.
I don't know.
I'm like,
I mean, it's our show, so we can do what we want.
Exactly. Wait, let me see. Oh, how weird. I'm like, I pulled up YouTube and I can see it.
I've never watched in full. Correct.
And they gave him a whole new sister. Yeah, you know.
There's a lot of drama in that, actually. Like, I think a lot of people in real life do not like Alyssa, who plays Phoebe. And that was a big part of the drama there. And the actress who played Piper, Holly, she threatened to leave and they threatened to sue her. And so instead they brought in Paige. So.
Ooh, why didn't I only watched random reruns of the show, so I'm down to see which season is the best. Oh, yes. That's how I started.
We're going to land for best. I'm most curious about best because I think we're going to have differing opinions, but it's going to be like largely some overlap. Worst, both have the same worst. Like, that's not hard.
No. While I did create a poll, I don't know, and I'll just give it a couple minutes to see how people vote. But so I'm going to say mine, then you can go with yours, your Charmed journey, because I feel like a lot of people, especially our age, I watched it growing up whenever it was on. So never in sequential order.
No drama.
Yes, exactly. And so what was on, I saw a lot of the rewatch. It was interesting because I think the first 4 or 5 seasons, I definitely had seen multiple episodes. And then we got to 6. I had seen less. And then I had never watched 7 or 8. So that's how, and then once Netflix became a thing beyond being on the DVD, and it was on there. I started watching from the first season, but I never got through season 8. And then this rewatch with Angela was the first time I watched all 8 seasons, and I was like, wow. And then those are 22 episode seasons. So
we didn't have a writer's strike.
no. Oh my god.
Because sometimes, a lot of times when you rewatch nostalgia shows for our age group, suddenly you'll have a season that feels weird, and then you have to look at what year it came out. It's like, oh,
because isn't Bones has that timeline?
that was season 3.
Yep.
Season 3 of Bones.
Yes. You're always like, this is
it
odd.
affected Smallville in a weird way. They had their season finale accidentally happen a little early because they accidentally wrote ahead so they could use everything that was written. So they actually still had 20 episodes, but it was very weird. So that was odd. That was a season 7 problem for Smallville. Do you have more of your story?
Oh no, that was really it. Just that I watched the reruns too, and it was interesting, just being like you're watching first couple seasons and then watching a season 5, and I'm like, wait, where did Prue go? And then I did see it was very interesting doing that. But yeah, that's the end of it.
Let's see. My story is, first, my father is gay and loves supernatural stuff. Therefore, Charmed is an obvious thing to enter my life at some point. Then fast forward a little bit. I come home from school. I don't have to go to YMCA anymore because I'm 13. So I am too old to go to after school care at the YMCA. And at 3 o'clock after school, it's always Charmed on TNT. And my mom hates commercials, so we have TiVo. So I just record all of them.
You were living the good life.
For probably 2 to 4 years, I just watched Charmed, all the seasons.
Non-stop.
And I think my first memories of being obsessed with Charmed and not just watching it because my dad had it on was season 6. Because hello, Chris.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think I did that a lot, and then I hadn't watched it as much for a while. I came back to it in 2016, because why would I need a nostalgia show in 2016? Who could?
I don't know.
Who could guess? But so Charmed is a show where it is so flawed, and it's so stupid, and it shouldn't be good. But the actors really do a lot, and I really think that more than any other show, this is the best at Monster of the Week, or like Problem of the Week. Like that pacing for each individual episode, even if the overarching arcs are tired and boring, I think always worked for me, except for part of season 8. But that's because season 8 stopped doing that. So,
well.
But anyways, I love Charmed a lot. I now own them on Blu-ray, and it comes with the original theme song.
Amazing. Before I close out this other window, Start With the Worst has the majority of the votes, so we can go that way. But years ago, before Blu-ray was a thing, I bought the first, I think it's funny, the first 6 seasons, I'm pretty sure I own on DVD. And I always be like, I need to finish. No, I don't. But
no, you don't. You know,
I don't need to finish collecting. I don't need any more. Let's see. If season 2 to 4 rank any lower than the top tiers, the show is so nostalgic for me. I watched a lot of seasons out of order too. Yes.
Oh, also, I think a point of contention I need to bring up, because I think Jess and I disagree about this. I think of Charmed as a soap opera. Jess does not. Therefore, a lot of times I take things and I'm like, this makes sense. And she goes, this is dumb.
Yeah. I mean, when you explain it I'm like, okay, I guess. But in my mind, this is not like a soap opera.
These were my stories, Jess. These were my stories.
That's fine. I was watching Victor Newman with my mother. But yeah, so there would be things where Angela was having a good old time, and I'm like, no, this is dumb.
I'm like, what are you talking about? This I'm eating.
This is peak 2000s. And I'm like, no. I never watched Charmed, Supernatural, Vampire Diaries. I didn't watch Supernatural, Vampire Diaries. This may be, this is just my theory. I've never tested it, but I feel like people growing up, and this is obviously wrong because you're both of them, so already my theory is wrong, is that you were Charmed or Buffy. And I got into Charmed, and I was obsessed with Charmed. I've never watched Buffy. But that used to be my thought.
No, so I mean, but also, here is what's true about your thought. Buffy didn't have reruns the same way that Charmed did. I didn't start watching Buffy till Netflix happened.
Oh, okay.
I didn't get into Buffy till streaming let me marathon Buffy. I couldn't watch it on just like normal TV. So from my age group, i.e. born in 92, that's how it worked. My dad did love Buffy, and actually Buffy and Charmed were the 1-2 punch of WB for a long time. But we didn't watch it on WB. You and I watched the reruns, so we didn't like.
I think I might have watched. Hold on, the dog. I think I might have watched Gilmore Girls on WB some, but I definitely Charm was TNT. Ooh, 1 second. Sorry.
Yeah. I haven't watched Supernatural, mainly because like I tried. There's too many seasons. I can't. I'm very bad at new TV shows. My friends want me to watch The Vampire Diaries so bad, and I'm like, no, I have my like 5 shows, and that's what I watch. Like, excuse me.
I never watched Vampire Diaries or Supernatural.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. Okay, maybe that'll help.
Oh, by the way, Ryan finally did come through for our tier names. He only gave us 2 tiers, though. He gave us S tier, charming, F tier, harming.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. The original opening, man, watching it because I rewatched it on Peacock,
which sucks.
And I skip the intro every time. But if I was watching it, like when I watched it back in the day on Netflix, or if I had the DVDs, I would play it every time. I am the sun. Yeah. Because how rude.
Oh, my other weird charm flex. I don't know if it's a flex or sad. To put in perspective how often I've watched this, if you put me on an airline with those shitty TVs at 8 in the morning and it's playing Charmed, because that still reruns at like 8 in the morning on TNT, I don't need headphones. I know what they're saying.
It really works for the later seasons. Faux show.
I mean, they do all the tropes.
And then you get those evil twin secret deaths that get undone you see in stories. Yay, Robin! Every time I would tell Robin about my update, she'd be like, hey, maybe I should rewatch. And I'm like, yeah. And then she never did.
Yeah, well.
See,
yeah, I mean, Buffy. My dad also really liked Buffy. Like I said, I just don't think it was on reruns in the same way in my house, so I couldn't quite watch it as much.
The originals. I always hear the originals is good. The WB used to be a good network. Uh-oh. Yes, and I need to be loved. It's gonna be
like everybody else.
See what people's thoughts are. Exactly. Yes. Every day. It was on so often. Okay, so before, if you just got here, I had a little poll. I already and it was leading with start with the worst. So we're not going to go in order. We're not going to go season 1 to season 8. We're going to start with our worst. And I said before that we're going to rank the seasons, but obviously there's going to be all this yappage.
And it's spoiler filled. Like we're not. Yes. We
look at the banner at the bottom.
To watch the show. I don't think spoilers matter anymore.
Yeah, it's just something great. If you're like in a hotel, they don't have many channels and you can put it on and Charmed. It's almost like it's like a fantastical version of Law and Order. Like it's just always on.
And those writers, they knew how to pace an episode. Like it just reconfirms to me, like, yes, original content on all the other apps is like fine and good. They do not know how to pace an episode. No, they have forgotten how acts work.
Yeah. Would watch Angel every morning before taking us to school, and Mom in the Charmed in the afternoon. I never watched Angel.
Angel is good until it's not.
Okay.
You want to know like how bad season 8 is? That's got nothing on season 5 Angel.
Dang. Okay. Well, speaking of season 8, is that a consensus that is the worst season, or do you have a different worst season?
Come on.
I'm just checking before I move the.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Its only redemption arc for me is like the ending where I can feel nostalgic about where we've come and we have the whole family travel together.
Yeah.
Like at first, I like the Leo in the first part. I think Leo's arc is much better in this. Like if we're talking characters, this is not Leo's worst season.
No. It seemed like in the later seasons, I was like the will they won't they with Leo was so frustrating. So I think season 8 makes sense to be in his better one because it's finally like
it's happening. For some reason, he looks better. Like he obviously like got his hair done different. Like I don't know what he chose to do.
Did he have facial? Was he growing out facial hair?
A little bit, but it was mostly that like he looked I'm really not here to body shame. He just looked bloated in season 7, and he didn't anymore in season 8. I don't know how else to say it. Okay.
Look, growing up watching it, I always had a huge crush on Brian Krause. But rewatching it this time, not like I think he's like hideous, but I just could not. I was so drawn to how small his lips were. So it would
They were.
just because when he got mad, he would like ball up his mouth and like, stop doing that. You already don't have any lips. And I couldn't take him seriously. So
Yeah, I mean, also like, so season 8. We talked about this. Season 7 could have had the last 2 episodes of season 8 and been like a perfect series ending, and I think it would have still felt really cathartic. I think they were allowed to have one more season. They weren't allowed to have as much budget, which is obvious because they could only have Leo for half a season. And then they had to contrive the weird Billy Christie triad plot arc.
Oh, please. It was so funny when I was starting the rewatch, or maybe it was before even starting the rewatch, and somebody had said something. We were trying to, I think it was me and Robin were talking about like Kaylee Cuoco or something, and she was like, "Who, the girl who was on Charmed?" And I'm like, "No, she was not on Charmed." She's like, "Yes, she was," and I had to go look it up because I did not remember that. I never watched season 8, and for good reason. That sucked. I hated Billy and Christy and their, like, I could kind of understand because she was coming in as like for the sisters to be able to transition out and not have to do as much, but like the way it was done, and Billy and her raggedy sister.
I think the first half of season 8, I kind of actually am okay with. It has Monster of the Week episodes. I was intrigued by Billy being there, but then once they started having like Billy's secret past with her sister and then the whole convoluted plot, like it was convoluted even by Charmed standards. And like that doesn't even get into the fact that Phoebe doesn't have a plot this season. Oh, never mind. I don't like the beginning.
Isn't she trying to find a man?
Oh, she's always trying to find a man.
But like, did it carry over into season 8 where she kept trying to make her premonition come true?
No. Season 8, she actually gave up on love.
Oh.
Well, no, she hadn't quite yet. Remember, they all died. And then this was the most soap opera thing. It was like they had all their glamored things, and she falls in love with a man in her glamour.
Oh, yes. And she tries to reveal herself. Don't even get... That's the end of season 7, but that is the beginning of season 8.
That's like why 5 episodes. It's a really long time that we're dealing with this nonsense.
It was so stupid, and that's why I was like, okay, this is a perfect way to end season 7. It's like they've like died, they can go on, they can start these new lives, and then I just like, obviously things are dumb on the show, but some of it was just so, they're like, shh, we can't be found out, and there'd be people through a doorway, and they're like yelling each other's names and turning back in. I'm like, y'all are not thinking these things.
The whole thing with Magic School, how they just decided to like YOLO, we're not going to protect that anymore. And I was just like, this is just because this is a set piece you have. Like, I get it. You have no budget anymore, but this is stupid.
Yeah, they just let that go, which I'm like, why did you even, when it got in, I think when I originally watched it, I thought Magic School was so cool. Maybe because, and I don't know, I'd have to look at the timeline. Maybe it was because around the time of Harry Potter, but rewatching it, I was like, this is so goofy. It just felt, and yes.
Here's the thing with the Daryl ending. Oh, this is again how you can tell that season 8 wasn't supposed to happen. No. It happened, but it wasn't supposed to happen. But like, I was at least glad. Like, in many ways, Daryl's done dirty always. He's the only black character.
Yes.
Like, he's the only black character.
When they would get frustrated at Daryl, I would be wanting to punch my screen. Like, I can't believe he doesn't want to lay his line on the life for us again. What have we done to do for him to be wrong? I don't know.
Like, he only lived through a potential death penalty. Like,
only, amongst other things.
But no, I was glad Daryl stood up for himself, and it was as good of a write-off of the show as he was going to get.
Yes, it could have been worse. Her parents, and especially that episode with them become like assassins or whatever, I was like, get this off of my screen. Get this off of my screen. It was, and who had credentials? None of them.
The only one who kind of did by the end was Leo. I kind of liked him.
That was a good role for him.
Yeah.
I think. It did not make sense to me, Paige. Like, I understand Paige was always looking for a purpose or something, but I'm like, girl.
Paige is just all of us in our quarter to midlife crisis being like, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah, real.
Like, that was her plot.
Yeah, it just like, and then I don't know, magic school was just like plopped in, and it's like, okay, where has this been this whole time? How does this work? How do you get it? Just feel like it needed a lot more build up. It kind of was like thrown in, and then they're like, okay, forget about it. And I'm like, so where did all those kids go?
Other things that are bad about season 8, because I think they realized, oh shit, this is the end. And because it is, what year do we think this was? 2003, 2004? I don't even know. What year did this end?
Let me look it up.
2005. I'm going to say 2005 more confidently than I should.
Okay, so it started in 1998. So season 8 was 2005 to 2006.
Look at me go. So we're in 2005. So in order to have happy endings, all of the sisters must have love interests.
Of course, because what are you without a man?
We have only worked on Leo and Piper. We have nothing for Phoebe and Paige up to this point. And so now we have to fast track. And I like who they put Paige with. I thought he was at least a fun personality, and he had fun episodes with their weird shenanigans, but they got married too fast, and Coop is nothing.
That was the
he was the probation officer.
Yes.
Because again, they still had Daryl's office to use as a set.
They're like, we're gonna put this to work. We gotta do something. But literally, they were like, we cannot end the show and these women are single, because then they're not happy.
Yeah, no, that's literally what they're thinking, which meant everything felt rushed, because it was.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was.
Because I finished this rewatch. When did we finish? A month ago? 2 months ago?
Not that long ago.
I'm already forgetting. Who did Phoebe end with? I forgot.
Cupid, the weird guy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's like odd. He's like average hot. Like he's not like average,
yeah.
like for Hollywood average probably.
Oh yeah.
And it was supposed to be a forbidden romance, and so we're supposed to feel the tension there. But like
it was too fast. There was no build. Like, I'm trying to think of what else in season 8.
Billy stuff was too drawn out. Like that was the issue. The pacing of the season was weird.
It took up so like the triad, and then Christy, and then the Billy and Christy fighting, but Billy is like, no, I want to help my sister, and then we got to do these things. Oh, we're having this powerful battle, and go. I was like, will somebody die already? This is so obnoxious. Oh my god.
Yeah, the whole idea that she almost fell in love with a Cupid way back then. Yeah. Again, I don't think any of the seeds they planted could have not become better. How they chose to execute everything did not work that season. Also, the costumes. They shopped at Kohl's. It was so bad. A demon should not have the deep cut with the buttons that I bought in middle school.
Because the whole time obviously we're in season 8, but I love the early seasons for how 90s it is. Like it's obviously not everything I would wear today, but I just love the look of the things they were wearing, from hair, skirts, dresses, whatever. But I don't know why, because Piper, I used to think Phoebe's outfits were outlandish, which some of them still are, but like she's hot, and I would wear a lot of little revealing things if I look like that too. I'm not gonna lie. But there was one thing I noticed. I didn't notice the overall costuming as much as you in the last season, but I don't know if it was just 7 and 8, definitely 7 and 8. They put Piper in a lot of blazers, and they were always too long. They were like down here on her fingers, and that drove me crazy. I just could not. I was always looking at it. I'm like, her fucking blazer is too long.
Yeah. So in general, I think season 8 was very phoned in, and I thought Charm deserved better than that. It's the season I've watched the least. Like I think I've maybe watched it 3 times all the way through.
Yeah, once, and I'm good. It's always gonna be this. And Balthasar. Prue's fashion, yeah, the night, I'm like, because it's just so, we'll get there. I don't want to jump ahead, but we all agree. Does everyone agree?
I don't think anyone's like, oh, season 8, that's where, no, there's objectively speaking, like art is subjective, objectively speaking, compared to the others.
Agrees. Yeah, 8, terrible. Okay, then.
Oh, then we have to fight, probably. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, because now I'm like.
We're probably still close, because for me, it's season 1 probably is next. Not that so here's
what are we doing here?
Season 8 is, we're doing worst to best. Season 8 is so below everything else. So everything else I consider very watchable and fun.
Season 1 to me, I feel like is although we can argue the first 3 seasons that they were just so confused with Prue.
They did not know what to do with Prue ever.
But season 1, I just like I could go as low as head potential. I don't think What Are We Doing Here I could do for season 1, just because it's just so nostalgic and precious, and everyone's just a young little thing and I'm freezing and
I agree. So I think
back.
season 6 had potential. So season 7 for me is still fun, but I do have a lot of "What are we doing here" energy to season.
Okay,
6.
yes, I can agree with that. Yes, yes, correct.
Like, I had a lot of fun with season 7. I do not want people to think I dislike it, but it's a little weird.
Was Leo frozen in season 7 or 8?
8. He was frozen because they couldn't afford to pay for him, and they even took him
Oh
out of the
yes,
budget, and then they brought
I
him
was
back
like,
again.
oh yes, Leo is frozen, and there was some greater storm that was coming or something,
The
and the
storm was
fate,
Christy and Billy, and like
yes, and they
Destiny
couldn't
and
tell him,
Mildred.
and I was like,
Can we at least, though, for season 8, I do love the time travel with the rings to collect the people, because I always love seeing Grams. She's an
yes,
awful mother type figure, but I love Grams.
yes, I
Horrible
love her.
parenting skills.
Every time, every episode with Grams, I love seeing her. So, okay, now I'm trying to think of season 7. I remember distinctly the ending, but I am a lot of season 7. Phoebe's trying to make her premonition come true, to find a man and have a baby. Like, that's all she's thinking about.
Yep. So,
Paige.
there's two big bads. There's the avatars trying to make Utopia, aka get rid of free will, and then there's Zoku or Zuko or what? Not Zuko. That's from Avatar: Last Airbender.
Oh, the hot one.
Yes, the hot one.
Mm-hmm. What was? Yeah, he was one of the hottest villains they ever had. I was like, hello.
And he was like going to try and get their nexus, and that's why they had to like explode it.
Yes.
And like fake their death and stuff. So it's
yes.
the 2 villain arcs.
Is that the same thing with the avatars? Where that big head kept coming into Leo.
This
okay,
is also Leo's depression era, not
Yeah.
super fun.
No, that was not. He was really going through it, and because that is it, season 7 or end of season 6 where he kills an elder.
End of season 6.
So and then season 7, he's just like, oh, I'm trying to get answers.
He's truly having a time.
Yes.
Yep. And then the avatars are trying to get them joined. What I will say I liked about the avatars is they planted that seed a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think 2 seasons ago. I think in I want to say season 4. Might have been season 5, but like they planted it 2 to 3 seasons earlier when they were trying to recruit Cole. So I thought that was cool that they obviously had a plan.
Yeah.
I think it kind of shows. I just think that like this is the season where I got the most messages from you, and you're not wrong, of like, these sisters are idiots. And I've said this many times in our group chat. They are charmed, not intelligent.
Seriously. And this is so like I'm struggling to remember. Now that you reminded me of those 2 things, like overall I remember that, but I'm struggling to remember things specifically. And I was just sad because obviously, when do we lose Chris? At the end of season 6?
And Chris was truly the energy the show needed.
Yes. And so then I was like,
we got like Agent Brody, who is fine. He's just like cheap Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, it's whatever.
Losing Chris was so sad. So I go into season 7 and I'm just like, and the sisters are just,
well, because they're kind of spinning their wheels. And this is why I wish, and I think sometimes we don't want shows to end too soon, but I also know that like shows never get renewed until like the end of their season in terms of like Hollywood stuff. So it's like, if they had known, okay, we should end at season 7, they could have wrapped up the ending arc, I think, to be better.
Yes.
Because you can have all of the stuff happening with Zanku and still use time travel to bring people together. Like, you can do all the things we did arbitrarily at the end of season 8.
And would not have needed all that Billy and Christy. We could have left that out. And I, because I'm struggling again to remember what in season 7. What did I message you about? I don't remember. I just know
they're just always being so dumb. Like, Phoebe saw one vision and she's like all in on the avatars, and it's obvious that the avatars are sus, and like
how quickly they did that. And then also what just killed me is, I know it was seasons before. I don't remember which one, if it was like 4 or 5, where they came. I don't know if it was the elders or whoever came to them and were like, you've done so much good, we're gonna give you the choice. You can live regular or stay
That
witches.
was the end of season 4.
And I'm like, okay. And obviously they didn't choose that. Obviously that's why we had the show go on. But I just hated the I want to be a witch, I don't want to be a witch that kept going after that. Oh, I'm tired.
One
I'm
of the
giving it
4
up.
plot lines of Charmed.
Yeah. They're like, no, this is our destiny. No, I don't want it anymore. And I'm like, by season set, I was like, I'm tired. Like I got it in the earlier ones when they're learning their magic and da-da-da, but I'm like, you had a choice.
Now,
So
one thing
shut up.
I did like, I think to someone's point, season 7 is forgettable in terms of big arcs. It has some really good standalone episodes. I really like the actor from Titanic, who's like Phoebe's love interest for a few episodes.
Yes, Billy Zane.
He
That
had
was one
some
of her
great
better love
episodes.
interests.
Yeah, he had amazing. And then there was the whole Leo finally falling from grace episode. Like there were, I think, some like pretty fun episodes and shenanigans. So for me, I was having fun. I wouldn't say it was near. I definitely think it deserves its tier of like, what are we doing here? Like we are
Yes.
spinning our wheels. We don't really have a direction that we're going. And I feel like they probably should have seen the writing on the wall and had already casted at least the love interest for Paige. Like we should have brought in her love interest to season 7
Yes.
so that that could have felt a little less rushed.
Yes. It was.
No, what was Paige's arc? We know Phoebe is
Yeah,
trying to find love. Piper and Leo are having marital problems.
Yeah,
Never got divorced, even though they keep breaking up.
Paige is with Brody.
Oh yeah, she has Brody.
So they have the episode, like they're investigating a murder at magic school.
And she's thinking about becoming a white lighter, but that doesn't really start happening till the end of season 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to look through the episodes, just like their titles, and try to remember what happens with Paige. That's all I see, like the episodes with Brody, and then obviously the avatars come in, Zanku. So for her, it seems like she was just, again, dating, and she still was at the magic school because Billy Zane was
magic school, which is why at the end Leo takes over.
Yeah, because Billy Zane came in to interview for a position or something, like be English professor, or not English, but like a professor at the magic school.
I think it was English professor.
Oh, was it?
Very entertaining with him, and then she gets taken by a demon while astro projecting. Like I said, the episodes are fun to me. I think they were fun.
Then there was baby Wyatt had an imaginary friend, but it was a demon.
Oh yeah, we'll get into Wyatt later.
Wyatt's trust. So yeah, 7's
fine.
What are we doing here?
Like I said, obviously it's close to 8, but like I think there's a chasm between the two. Like I think 7 is enjoyable and 8 is nigh. Like I didn't really pay attention to it. Like I had it on.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, finished. Thank you. Goodbye."
So is our next one then season 1? Do we feel comfortable about season 1? I feel like we're still not going to fight yet.
Yeah, have potential. Season 1.
Which is like the whole reason, like I got excited watching season 1. I'm like, oh, this is better than I remember. It still doesn't have all the trappings of Charmed. It's not cooked yet.
It hadn't found its stride. They didn't know where every character belonged. But yeah, when I started the rewatch, I was like, oh my God. Like Piper, she's just
season 1 in like 2 days.
She's just so small, and she had her little bangs, and
oh my gosh, Piper was so frazzled.
She was a little chef and trying to make it at the restaurant, and then Phoebe coming back, which I love some sister drama because I got it over here in real life. It's so originally when I watched, I have always disliked Prue. Like I felt bad once things became public knowledge and like stuff was coming out in the public, but I was like, but I didn't like Prue. But rewatching it, I still don't love Prue, but sometimes I was like, okay, as an older, I can see where she's coming from. But and I guess it was from poor writing, because I'd be like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, all of Prue's arcs go into what are we doing here. I mean, the first season, they try to make her, I think, the it girl with the love interest and stuff like that. Because she's the one with Andy, right? And like Andy's like the most forgettable white toast man of a character we've ever had.
Yes.
And so like but after season 1, where she has to go through the secret identity superhero arc of not telling Andy her identity, she like has really shitty love interest if they give her any. she becomes a photographer and just happens to get a job in the gig economies. Like she just
But like a top magazine, I'm like, so you go from, because what was her, I don't know her title, art appraiser or something.
Oh,
Like,
something we need to bring up since we have season 1, 2, season 8. The power creep of what magic can do and how we do it is masterfully fluid and just like, yeah, we're just doing this now. And
there
Prue
is
becomes a
no,
magical witch, even though we've never seen her do anything.
there's no solid base. Like, I feel like they just started being like, what do we need for this to work? And that's gonna be how magic works in this episode. I'm like, because back to season 8, didn't Phoebe start? What happened?
They took away Phoebe's powers in season 7, gave her back her premonitions, and never talked about the other 2 powers ever again. I think, again, money-wise, they wanted her to stop levitating.
Levitating, and what was her other one?
It was empathy, and they made it like so she could use empathy to channel the powers of others, because in this world all powers are powered by emotion. So if she channels the emotions, she can do the thing.
But didn't, oh, this is something I forgot about season 8, is that with their whole identity thing, they all could like they all could suddenly astro protect and
They said it was like a
themselves.
spell Prue had. It's like, it's so good that Prue wrote this down.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, so y'all can just, y'all, that we're just doing that now. You can now change it. You can shift like Paige and astro project like Prue overnight. Okay, gotcha.
It was so, again, I'm okay with it. Like, that's what has to happen in these types of shows. Power creep is going to happen. But it's one of those things where, like, when you watch the early seasons and they don't start scrying to like season 4, and that's like their bread and butter by the end.
Yes. I think Robin sent me a TikTok that was like, besides this, which is a very important question, was that they all, like, what was in like the first couple seasons, they just had one spell. They just say with the power of 3 was like that's it. Like, they didn't have much more. But no,
what is the home insurance on this place? Let's just
because they were always complaining about money, because it would be like, well, we only got one, because Phoebe often wasn't working.
We only got one income and a family trust we never talk about.
Yeah, and they're like, and I'm like, I know Leo was fixing stuff for a while for free, but stained glass, the grandfather, like, these are not cheap things. They would knock down the entire banister. Like, these are not cheap things to replace.
I kind of enjoyed it though. Like, in terms of practical effects, they really did destroy things every week.
Like, they would always get smashed into walls and thrown. I'm like, oh my God, living in here would be hellacious.
Whoever was in charge of the sets really made the place feel lived in, though. That was like a very lovely set.
Because that house is like something people like, it's on your Pinterest board. You're like, that solarium. It's so, it looks so good. I remember Prue's episode as an empath.
Yes, listen, again, the power creep is real. What's also funny about watching the early seasons and getting to late ones is, like, for the longest time, Leo refuses to orb anyone except Piper. Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm not a taxi. And then suddenly we are just orbing everyone.
Everybody.
Always.
They were those neighbors. Them neighbors couldn't stand him. Like, they're always having wild parties over there, always throwing shit around. There's always screaming coming from out there, weird smells.
Oh, a season 7 episode when Piper just gets rid of the house because she's in like.
When she's cleaning and she's like, oh,
and they're like, well, no one noticed. I'm like, I'm sorry, my neighbor's house disappears.
Yeah, the entire thing, just a big old house gone, and then they bring. I'm like, but see, it's so bad on this rewatch that in later seasons when like it was the cleaners, and they're like, here's all these things that you have done. I'm like, yeah, y'all are stupid. Y'all are just out here using magic in front of people like idiots. So you kind of deserve the situation you're in. I would never survive demon blows in my living room. Yeah. No, not grandma's rocking chair. Watching on the gym TV and just literally, they were all like flying up.
The world building of Charmed is not robust, all right? Don't look at it too hard.
Yeah. No, they were hard on personal gain in the beginning, but then they were like, well,
they tried to tie that into the season 8 plot, and it doesn't work.
No. They're like, well, but is it personal gain or is it for everyone?
Oh, the season 2 triangle. What a time.
Baseball Rick.
That was a next door neighbor.
Yes, too close an eye on the girl shenanigans because he'd always come right over, right in the middle, be like, can you just go outside? Need to freeze a thing before we. Just a random thing. Whose power? If you had to choose one sister, whose powers would you want?
I don't fight demons, so Piper's powers are cool, but I don't need to blow shit up. Um, I mean, probably.
But then she gets to freeze time and unfreeze things.
I mean, I think Piper's obvious. Maybe this is a hot take. I don't think it is. Piper's the best sister. Period. End of story. Except in season 8 when they do her dirty and they forget her character work. But it's a different story. I mean, I like the telekinesis ones. You know, being able to move stuff around.
Yeah.
That's fun. I mean,
I think I like that because you don't have to. You could be further away. The possibility of the astral projection, I also like that.
I mean, I think if I'm allowed to be half white lighter, yeah, I would like to orb places. But it's like there were episodes about people trying to steal their powers, and the orbing power is not a witchy power.
Yeah, and then also that dark lighter arrow. That's real dangerous. Okay, we're getting Piper. Everyone wants Piper's powers.
Part of that is like in the show, her powers are really useful.
Yes,
like
especially as she learns them, they advance, and she can like freeze somebody, unfreeze their head. Like, tell me.
Also, like, has the best comedic timing with her powers. Like everyone else's powers are just kind of like useful or not useful.
Yeah,
hers are like, oh, she's going through a manic episode.
Explode. Paige could orb, and she also could do telekinesis, right? But she with her orbing.
Yeah,
so hers was like a little bit of
her orbing, and it could like come to her.
But that's a downside because she always had to say something, which I feel like a certain thing, even though she would sometimes try to whisper. And I don't know if they just did it for us, but I was just like, is orbing this loud? Because that's not inconspicuous.
I love the orbing sound. Don't take this away from me.
I'm just saying, like, especially I'm thinking of when Phoebe was at that trial and she goes in the bathroom and like she comes into orb. I'm like, one, it lights up and it's loud. No way, no one doesn't know that you were popping in and out of the bathroom. But maybe they just did, in the world it would make sound. But I always thought that was funny.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. Like, I think I always like teleportation because I want to take my time back pretty much always. Yeah. Like I just,
Same.
So.
I would.
But in terms of the show, I think the powers that were most fun because they were integrated into plot moments were Piper's.
So. Yes.
Season 1 thoughts. It definitely had potential. I don't like Andy.
No. I don't like Andy. Again, the nostalgia of the 90s of it all, the sisters coming back, which I know they eventually got along, but I like the beef between Paige and Phoebe and Prue.
I really liked that. Was that the season? Barbas is season 1, right? The Demon of Fear.
The Fear? Is he season 1 or season 2?
Season 1 or season 2.
He's definitely there when
season 2, but like I really liked. So Grams was in season 1, and we kept her as an actress the whole time, and potentially the mom too. The only actor we recast was their dad, which I thought was like pretty good consistency.
Oh, because I didn't even notice that. Oh, I forgot from season 1. The best person I thought for Piper's love interest besides Leo was Mark.
The ghost!
Mark the ghost! That was one of my favorite episodes. That chemistry
podcast because they've been doing their rewatch podcast. I haven't watched it, but he was on one of the episodes.
Yes, I'm like, that was chemistry. Woo!
We should have kept him. A, he was great. B, we could have had more than just these white women. But
yes. Oh, the Wendigo was in season 1.
Wow. Oh, the Wendigo. That wasn't a very fun one. The Monster of the Week episodes are not as strong in this first season, but it's not as bad as Buffy season 1. Buffy season 1 is worse.
I'm trying to see if Barnabas was in. I can't tell.
I think he might have been season 2 then. I think what's nice about season 1 of Charmed is still in the has potential phase, but there's a lot of classic TV shows like Parks and Rec or something where season 1 is like almost unwatchable. Like it's good, but it's nothing like the show it becomes.
Yeah.
This is still like the show it becomes.
Yes. I know people, I mean, it's nothing compared to other seasons, but Parks and Rec, I don't think it's as bad as people say.
It's just nothing like the other season.
Yeah. But yeah, with Mark, that was such a good episode. And in season 1, I just never understood why we start Piper off. She's a chef. And yes, she continues to cook through the show, but I'm like, why does she want to open a club?
because the plot. First of all, I need you to. You didn't watch Buffy. This was the era of TV where we needed to have a place for bands. We
Performance.
needed to
She
have a
could
place
have
for
live
dance.
bands at her restaurant.
No, we needed a place where dancing and bands for the clothing. It's a part of the formula of this era of TV, Jess. It has nothing to do with character development.
Which I mean, it was always fun seeing like who was playing once they had P3 because I remember that in
They
a lot
had
of
some
TV.
names.
Yeah, they had big names.
But that wasn't
So,
season 1. We were just in Quake for a
so
long time.
season one, I'm trying to see, was there anything else
Uh,
notable that I can think of?
I mean, Prue worked at the auction house. She had her demon boss this season, right? I'm not making that up. Or is that season 2?
Oh, I don't know. I'm gonna sign a Grimlock.
I don't remember. Oh, both season 1 and season 2 have the trashiest season finales ever. I hate all of them.
Yeah. Season one with the Tempest Demon.
Yeah, I didn't like that one. That's how where Andy died, and we have the. I like literally, it has no tension for me.
I
It's
was just like, okay. She's opened the club so we can have the 90s jams.
have
Yeah.
their seat to sit at because every type of show like this needs the place where they all congregate and be cute
At
together.
the end, they're like, whew, what a week. They never really drink. They always had like a Perrier.
I mean, Paige was like not a drinker forever in the show.
Yeah.
So.
But then sometimes Phoebe and Piper would have a cocktail. Sometimes they wouldn't. But yeah, their job progressions. Because
Phoebe is the luckiest person in the world.
Yes. But I mean, even Prue going from being like the art acquisition or whatever she is to like photographer at this top magazine when she only like randomly took a couple photos in college. And then Piper going from the cook, opening the club. Phoebe, because what did Phoebe went back to school to study psychology?
That wasn't until season 3, but
She
yeah.
did some random jobs here and there.
And then they just save an innocent who writes an advice column and then becomes an insanely popular advice column.
And then she's like, you should do my job. I'm leaving. And then she blows up from there.
Yeah.
Oh, Hannah and Rex. Yes, those were
I don't remember if they were
bosses.
season 1 or season 2, but they are somewhere. I thought it was season 1, but because yeah, season 2 is like the fallout of that, and she has different bosses, and then she becomes a photographer.
Yeah, I guess maybe it's just a subplot. I'm just looking at the overview from IMDb.
I mean, it was our first time where they were trying to introduce the idea that there's a larger underbelly of the demon world trying to get like a foothold.
Yeah.
Because they're still world building. They have not built this magical universe yet. So that build just went.
Bopping around. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. All right, I think I know what my next season is, unless you got more season 1.
Okay. Does it say it had potential?
Yes, I think my next one is still in had potential.
Okay, let me think. Okay, so we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Are you trying to guess mine or think of yours?
Both.
It's got to be.
I don't. This is hard because we've got the out the way. So now this is difficult for me. So
there's a huge bump when we have either Cole or Chris. The Cole and Chris seasons are not on the same level as the other ones.
Yeah. So what are you gonna say? Season 2?
Season 2. Like it's still good, and I think it's better than season 1. True. But I still don't think it's there yet.
It makes me sad rewatching it, especially rest in peace, Julian.
That he died while we were watching this.
Yes. Yeah. Because that was such a good. Anyway, season 2 is, I think, again, still finding its footing, and again with Prue and their lack of what are we doing with Prue?
Also, like, what was his face with the frost tips? Was her boy at one point?
That blonde fuck! I hated that guy. And she's like hates him at work, but then that becomes her boo. Oh my god, this is the one where Prue gets turned into it. Does she go to that dating web thing or something? She gets turned into a man.
Yes.
I hated that. Oh my god.
Because they had to find the succubus, right? That was season 2?
Yes.
Like, there were fun episodes, and I think season 2 is much better than season 1, but we're not there yet. Like, we're not there yet.
Then we do have
Oh, and I also just don't like the love
Barnabas.
triangle. Like, I don't enjoy the love triangle of the Dan, Leo,
He did
Piper.
from Cancer.
Yeah, it's way too young. Oh,
Yeah.
you want to know my silly thing? So, growing up, I don't know when Hugh Jackman became huge. Obviously, it would have been somewhere in the mid-aughts because of X-Men or something.
Mm-hmm.
But when I was watching this, he was still doing shit like Van Helsing, okay? Like,
Yeah.
and so I was watched Charmed, and I would honestly think that Cole was the guy in Van Helsing. No. But then I look it up, and Julian, he's Australian too, and I feel less bad about it now.
You know, it could be worse. You could, I've heard worse confusions. The, the okay, so Barnabas was season 2.
He's a great call.
And
I love that they kept bringing him back.
he was one of, and I say favorite not because I like terrifying demons, because of, like, especially once they were like, oh well, we've already conquered our fears. It's like, oh no, honey, now you have new ones, and he would be like, or oh,
I want to know if he came up with that or the director did, because I just thought that was magnificent.
oh, are you your greatest fear? Oh, your sister dying, and they're like, oh fuck. Then the Cupid one was right after that. So our first
Cupid
whatever
episode.
with Cupid. One of my least favorite episodes is this one where Phoebe has to face her dark past, so they go back and see like their family members from the 20s
This
or
one is
whatever.
the most retconny of retcon world building episodes. I'm like, what are we talking about?
I hate it. I was like,
that
no.
episode is almost what are we doing here? Like,
Yes.
I'm like, what's happening?
It is. Oh, that's the same one. This one was so sad. The one with Amy. It was Amy Adams, which is always fun watching older shows and spotting people.
Amy Adams was everything. She was in Smallville too.
Where she was like unlucky. That was a good episode. Which episode do you love?
The flashback one.
The flashback. Let's see.
Does this have the ice cream truck episode? I think it does. I could be wrong.
Oh my god, I like that one. But I'm not.
They're good episodes, but again, we don't have a meta arc yet. Like, we don't really have. We have Piper, Leo, and Dan having their love triangleness. An episode I always love that's in this season is when Piper illegally smuggles in fruit and almost dies.
Oh my god! Yes,
that's a great episode.
Oh yeah, that was a good like twist part, but just overall, so it's so weird. I'm just like scrolling on IMDb, so it just has like a little grab from the episodes, and most of them have all of the sisters or it alternates. But when I just clicked on the season 3. Almost every little grab is of Prue. I find that funny.
Interesting.
So
I do like that part where like Leo sacrifices himself, and then like we do have the Valentine's Day episode.
Which one? In season 2?
Yeah. It's not the animal one though. I think that's still season 3. Where everyone turns into animals.
What is the Phoebe attempts to reverse the spell that turned animals into good-looking days for her study group. Ooh,
nope, never mind. That's season 2 then.
That was
that was a time.
Yeah. Yes.
Now, I will say, although I didn't like the love triangle, Dan did nothing wrong.
No, he did not. There was a follow-up with the doctor. Yes.
Yes. Oh, and then he like gets himself shot up with their powers and goes cray-cray.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. But I felt so bad for Dan rewatching this because she kept playing with him. I was like, oh, Viper, you're so... Dan deserved better than that. She did him dirty.
Yep.
Okay, obviously we have P3. I'm trying to see what else. This is Prue cannot resist the attraction she feels for her kidnapper when she's abducted.
Oh yeah, with the mob, because there were those multiple episodes where she pretended to be. Because again, they don't know what to do with Prue.
Oh my god,
they never know what to do with Prue, so they tried to give her like a mob boy for like 2 episodes.
They tried everything with her. I swear, it was like, no, she's a savvy businesswoman. No, she's this free spirit. No, she's this. I'm like, what are we doing?
I will say her style was great. I enjoyed that.
Yes.
Was this the season where she has a flashback? One of the seasons she's like a teenager again. They're all hellish.
Oh yeah, they all have theirs.
Who never became a teenager again was Piper. Right? We didn't have one? Or did we?
I feel like they all had one. I definitely remember Paige's. I remember Prue's. Because I feel like they all had braces. Definitely
she
Phoebe.
did. Like maybe it was her school reunion or something. But I remember Phoebe's school reunion, and I remember Prue having a thing. I don't remember Piper's, so hers was obviously not that memorable.
Because like obviously we would see them as children and stuff,
Yeah.
which was I thought was funny and cute.
Yes, Miss Hellfire is what we're talking about, and she had great outfits. Yes. Yes, Robin.
Yeah. They had Prue doing everything. Let's see. Oh, they had a genie at the
I
end.
hated that. That was the season finale. It was so shitty.
Was that the one I'm thinking of with the?
It has this actor who was really popular at the time who did a cameo as the genie.
Was it that guy, that little skinny white dude? I'm trying to look through the pictures. It's not telling me who.
I don't
Like,
remember. He's like a pretty famous actor for the
look
time.
at this screen grab of Phoebe. This is
So funny. So funny.
Yes, we did see that, but like,
Okay, like I said, I don't think Piper ever got reverted to a teenager. I think once they all were acting like kids because that's when the mom and dad had to work together. But we never had a like flashback. Also, Piper was just never a problem teenager based off everything Graham said.
She was a.
Oh, French Stewart was the guy's name.
Oh, okay, yes. That is. Oh,
for all these reasons, I don't enjoy season 2. I think season 2 is when Phoebe also randomly starts to levitate and Prue randomly starts to astral project.
Yeah. I'm trying to think about Phoebe's hair because I have a lot of opinions on it. And okay, she was going for like a light brown hair.
Oh yeah, Phoebe's hair each season is wild.
Because she's like very brunette season 1, and this one is like lightened a bit. She's almost a little blonde at the beginning, but it gets darker
until season 3. Because remember, at the end of the season, Piper and Leo go away and they don't come back for a while, and everyone's like, "You're blonde," and I'm like, "This is not."
Oh yes, well she just had like she had like a little lighter brown, but yeah, she's blonde in the season 3. But were there any other parts of season 2?
Nope. And now we get to decide what the next episode is, but I do think all of mine are in grade or higher at this point.
Okay. Because then, let's see. So we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. Great. I would put 3 and,
well, just pick your next one. Like pick, we've gone.
I would put 3.
3 is your next one? Do you like season 6 more than season 3?
Let me think. Hold on.
Season
6. Okay, with Chris.
Like Chris is such a standout. You forget how weird season 6 is, but season 6 is objectively a little odd.
Because we're still with Prue, and then there's the Piper trying to get married, doesn't get married, trying to get married, doesn't get married.
Don't forget the Cole Phoebe, because that's like my favorite enemies to lovers thing I've ever consumed.
Oh yes, this does start in season 3.
And it's delicious. His struggle, his acting on his face of how much he wants her and wants to kill her, the Balthazar Cole dynamic is like,
The only I wish what they wouldn't have put in season 3 was the episode where him and Prue go to that cowboy thing, because I was like, okay, and obviously they were dating in real life, and I could feel it.
So I'm on the fence between season 3 or 6 as my next one, so you can sway me either way.
Okay, wait. I'm looking at 6. I mean,
what's in season 5? Someone remind me. Maybe it's season 5 I need to be putting here.
Let's see. Okay, I'm on IMDb. Let's see.
Because now we're getting to a place where everything's actually very good.
Yes. I wouldn't say 3 or 6 are not going to be great or not going to be the best to me.
Yeah, I really love season 4 a lot.
I feel like, okay.
So I think season 5 is my favorite. Season 5 has my most nostalgic episodes, and season 5 is when Piper's pregnant, right?
I feel like 4 and 5 are going to be hard for me. You said season 5 is Piper pregnant?
Yes, because season 4 is when we meet Paige. So season 4 is getting the new girl up to speed.
Okay, yes. Where is she? I feel like they were hiding that pregnancy for so damn long.
Well, she didn't get pregnant till the end of season 4. So season 5 is Piper's pregnant, and she has exploding powers. Right? Or does she have exploding powers in season 4? She has exploding powers at the
This is hard. Who has got a memory like this?
Yeah, like I said, things about season 6 are objectively weird.
Okay.
Chris's lines, like there was a line in the spider episode with Chris where she's like, he had powers in the womb.
Yeah, poor Chris. Okay, 6.
He's such
I
a
feel
mama's
like
boy, and he's so Piper's son. It's not even funny.
actually I would think 3 is better than 6. Now I'm looking back at it because we
That's what I'm
started with
saying. Like, it's hard for me to decide.
that Val Haley, the power of the blondes. I didn't love. I just didn't. I think the overall and with Chris I liked, but some of these individual episodes I was like,
So that's what I'm saying. I think 6 is the bottom of great.
oh, and then we had Richard. I didn't really care for
That's
Richard.
what I'm saying. Like, I think 6 is the next one.
Okay.
Okay, she got her exploding powers. See, season 3 is a great time. Season 3 is a great time.
Season 6.
All right, let's talk about
is
some Christophers.
Chris is great. It's so funny because I saw him in that first, and then I remember I watched Army Wives, and I was like, Chris. But season 5 is when Piper is pregnant. Okay, and she got her explosive. Shout out to you for the memory. I think about the episode where there's another demon pretending to be cool, and she has to figure out which one is the real one. I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, we said season 6. So yeah, I started off with Val.
Cole a bit because Cole's in the rest of the season, so we'll get to him.
So season 6, Piper's got the baby. I feel like I always, not to be a baby hater, but I feel like children always come in and disrupt something. So I think this is Piper's newly a mom, so her emotions and everything is all over the place. And some of her actions, I'm just like, kind of were annoyed, but I guess it makes sense if you're now a parent. I'm looking at these episodes.
So, I mean, I think something I found, because I don't remember the kid stuff as much, even though obviously the plot of season 6 is Chris has come from the future to prevent Wyatt from turning evil. It's convoluted how they decide what turns him evil or not with the whole Gideon thing at the end and the introduction of magic school.
Yeah.
All of that is very loose. But honestly, I forgive it because it gives me Chris. Like, yes. I forgive it.
Because it was like, what is it? I don't know. So they just had to try to stop everything. They're like, this could be it. This could be the thing that turns Wyatt evil.
Like the daddy Chris problems, amazing. Yeah. Chris is a mama's boy, amazing. I thought it was actually really heart-wrenching how like Leo and Piper were finally getting their stride at the end of season 5. And then season 6, they can't be together because now it's a forbidden love situation.
Yeah.
I thought that was a lot. Like, not only does she have this new kid and with all the stresses of a new kid, but like, you know, she doesn't have her partner anymore. She didn't decide to have a kid solo.
Because when does Leo, is this where, because he's not an elder yet. That doesn't happen.
He's an elder all of season 6.
Well, not in season 6. So was that the end of season 5 that he became an elder?
Yes, because that's when you have the Greeks.
Oh, the Titans.
Mm-hmm. That's the end of season 5.
Yes. So season 6. Okay, yes. Then that gives me a little bit more. So she was extra emotional because she was going through that. But then, definitely agree since we get the introduction of magic school, which again, I just felt like was, what are we doing here? And then I will say, I remember it the first time watching it. I was like, oh my God, it's Gideon. But like rewatching it, I just was like, how are y'all? I don't know. Just the way sometimes they would inherently trust certain people and distrust other people. I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me.
Well, then Phoebe actually almost gets close at the end. Like, she's using like the human skills. What I really actually enjoyed, though, is every time someone got to learn who Chris was, including ourselves. I love Chris's episode from the future when his like former lover shows up. I love Chris almost disintegrating and having to get the parents back together. Like, I really enjoy. So I love the spider episode where
spider demons. Yep, Piper.
There are so many iconic episodes for me.
Oh, this is the one where the cleaners implicate Daryl in murder.
Mm-hmm. This is where Daryl starts to get done with their nonsense, right? So,
which is, and this is Phoebe's high school episode is in season 6.
And I don't love the endings of season 6 when we have Gideon's doing weird nonsense, but I did think it was kind of funny Barbas being like an agent of good in the reverse world. I thought that was funny.
With Gideon, it was because that was the one they're like looking at their mirrored world, their like bad version. And I think I might have deleted it when I was going back through my photos or videos, and I had one of like the bad Leo.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
Like spiked hair. I was like, I can't take you seriously as a bad guy. So there was, yeah, season 6 overall, and really because of Chris is
It's
a
100% because of Chris. Because what is happening with everyone else? I think Phoebe has a horrible hairdo.
Oh, well, I hated Phoebe's. Phoebe has a shortcut, but it's growing, it's a little bit longer, so it's not, she doesn't have her fuck ass bangs, but she has like a pixie cut, which I don't like.
No, this is the Pixie because this is with Jason. So her love interest right now is Jason, right?
Who is
Because
Jason?
Leslie's season 7. Jason,
Jason is
her
the
boss.
one who buys the magazine, right?
Yeah.
And then he moves to Shanghai or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then
he's got like,
so we got Richard and Jason, who are not compelling love interests
Paige is
whatsoever.
blonde. This is, so Phoebe's got short hair.
Yep. Oh, that
And
was a fun episode when they went back in time.
I always, because again, Grams and
Graham,
her enchanted boots.
Graham's and Chris's interactions were so.
Yes. Jason.
Oh, by the way, a retcon thing that I don't hate in season 8 but makes zero sense is Chris from the future acts like he remembers everything that happened in season 6 when he interacts with them, and that doesn't make sense in the timeline. But I don't care.
Oh, this is when Piper and Leo go to another plane.
I know, I love that episode.
Because that's when he's like, countdown.
Like,
My
if I
parents
don't
need a bone. They need to have sex soon or I won't exist.
He's not wrong. Once the eggs release, that's it. There's like a 4 to 5 day lead up to that egg.
How did you feel about the one where they were on the Witch Wars, that demonic reality show that they didn't know they were a part of?
That was weird.
Yeah, I was like,
Season 8 by like a country
season
mile.
8 is the worst, and then season is that I can't
7.
even see 7,
and then it's 1 and 2, and now we're on season 6.
Yes. Yeah, they had, okay, well, so we had the cleaners, the spider. Phoebe was turned into a genie.
That one was kind of fun.
But yeah, this also, Paige, half of hers is with like Richard's family, their little feud, which I was like, okay.
And she's like trying to be like the witchiest witch who ever witched.
Yeah.
But also, this had the nonsense episode of making Piper's perfect man because she was about to give up on men.
Yes.
Which was a nonsense episode. But...
Oh, they had the Lady of the Lake.
Oh yeah, Camelot.
Oh, Paige's boss made a deal with a demon. I remember watching that one, and I went to Reddit to see people's thoughts because I forgot. Paige did something, and she was trying to like free him, like his soul from whoever, and I was like, Paige.
Yeah.
Oh, Wyatt brought a dragon into real life.
That was the coolest episode.
Nope. So yeah, there are like some fun episodes, and then obviously Chris put some of it, and obviously entering magic school. Piper's got to be a single mom.
Yeah, like there's a lot of emotions in it, and I think without Chris, I don't know if I keep watching the show with how down it is. Like he's like such a comic delight.
Correct. They was doing everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Listen, problem a monster of the week style show for Charmed. It's amazing. They do some wild things. They wrap it up. They don't talk about it again. They need to stop wearing Graham's clothes.
Mm-hmm. They should have learned that.
Stop
putting random stuff on. You're finding in an old trunk upstairs. I know they've been in a season, but did you ever like, sometimes I would, and sometimes I get frustrated when they would get like shrunk. I think there were a couple where they ended up in the dollhouse.
Yeah, or like, I didn't like those that much. Now that you bring it up, I was never a big fan of them because there was the one with the clay person making the clay, and that's actually season 4. Because I remember it's a Paige early episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is another part of Paige's arc now that I'm bringing it up, is the whole like, I'm an only child who's now part of 3 and I want to have my own route. And I'm like, oh, bitch, calm down.
Yeah. She's like, I want to be independent. I don't want to live here. I don't want to, Paige had a lot. She had a lot to go to adjust.
What's amazing though is I do think, yes, sometimes we say they didn't write Prue well. I don't think they wrote Paige well, but that actress made it work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Paige had great arcs or anything like
The
that.
only thing I didn't like was when she was like really sad. She got really like, oh, I don't know how to explain it. Or was supposed to be like really sad or crying. She got very like whispery. I
Oh,
don't.
that season 7, there were very obviously episodes filmed when she had a cold and she couldn't talk about it. And I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, Paige. It was like, girl, and she's like, and I'm
I
like,
felt
I don't
so
know how
bad for
you even held your job. How long she had it for as long as she did, since she was always leaving. Anytime I'm always like, you guys, you're always complaining about this one income, but y'all can't keep calling each other at work.
Also, I don't think this is an unpopular opinion. All the rest that
Mm-mm.
we're putting in the best or and great are like, I mean, there's going to be one Prue season in the great section, and the rest of the Prues are in happy.
So yeah, you're not in enemy territory at
Yeah.
all.
And we don't
But
hate Prue. We just recognize that. I think what is funny, they have sometimes the flashback episodes because we have like, I think it might be in season 5. Yeah, it's not in season 6, but we have episodes where like Piper and Leo are reliving their marriage, and we have Phoebe reliving her loves. We have a lot of like flashback episodes, and we never show Prue. We always show her as like a dog in those episodes. But
I
yeah,
wonder if that was like a contractual thing, like they
I have to
couldn't.
assume, even though you would think in the contract for the first 3 seasons they would have the rights to show any of
Yeah,
that footage.
I always thought that was weird. I'm like, okay, like we know she's not here anymore, but like we never see a photo.
Because I think the
Uh,
only bad blood was between Shannon and Alyssa.
mm-hmm.
I think Holly liked Shannon.
Yeah.
Also,
So
some weird lore for those who might not want to be in the weeds with this, but Cole was dating Shannon and Leo was dating Alyssa. And Holly had her own boy.
crazy.
It was
Crazy. Because obviously back then I didn't know. And then yeah, that's wild. Because yeah, after, and obviously I don't know during the thing, but obviously Holly and Shannon were friends post,
yeah.
show. And
I guess,
oh,
but I just always assume, because like even nowadays, if you choose to do something on almost any site, there are terms of services. If you make a YouTube video, YouTube's
mhm.
allowed to use your video for whatever it wants.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't that be in WB's contract for like, you're filming these 3 seasons, we get to use any footage from these seasons and other shows? It just seems weird because nowadays you don't, like, you film anything on anyone's service, they have the rights to it.
Yeah. Maybe they had some weird
Maybe
not.
get a really good lawyer.
Yeah. Something. So season 6, okay, not my favorite Paige look either because she was doing a lot with her hair.
Her season 7 hair is the worst hair though.
What is that?
I don't know. She had like a really bad wig for
Is it
season.
the really dark hair?
No, that was 8. Yeah, her season 8 hair is real
Because
bad.
when she had it like red, I love that.
Yeah.
I really love that. But so is what do we have left?
It's got to be 3 next,
3,
right?
4, 5. So 3 in the greatness. While we have Cole, District Attorney, Cole Turner.
Which they did go back and forth on if Piper could freeze him or not, but we'll let that go.
I was like, wow, the demons have infiltrated the legal system. I mean, you know what? In America, that makes sense.
Listen, Cole was amazing. Chemistry with Phoebe's character off the charts. Their kissing game sloppy.
Very. Okay, very sloppy. I will note. I had to turn the volume down sometimes because the sounds. I was like, it's making me uncomfortable. But obviously, this is in season 3. But especially the later seasons when he's trying, I'm like, oh, Phoebe, don't you see? I don't know, but so that is fun. And we also start out with Prue ruining her sister's wedding.
Good job, Prue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Rewatching, because I used to be so team Piper and Leo, but rewatching, I'm like, my girl deserved better. She went through too goddamn much with that man. Now, obviously, towards the end, whatever, whole family together, but Piper had to suffer. Piper had to suffer. And I'm like, if this was Dan or this was Mark, This one I never liked. Who was that fireman?
George? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Greg? It was Greg.
Oh,
Greg.
yeah. But Dan and Mark, especially Mark. Season 3 had, what else is this?
I mostly remember the Cole and Phoebe. We have the triad we're trying to fight. Prue does become a dog to find the banshee that is Phoebe, because there is the whole like Phoebe learns, like, so season 3 is season 2 is Piper's love arc, season 3 is Phoebe's love arc,
Mm-hmm.
and it's all about her not knowing Cole's a demon and finding out he is a demon, and then he's trying to be a good demon,
Yeah.
and it's this whole thing, and they're trying to be better as witches and hunt down the triad. Prue's doing nothing except photography, because again,
And dating people. Like, doesn't she go on like some dates and she doesn't like them? Ooh, this says Piper is consumed with insecurities over her impending 10-year high school reunion. And but then a demon takes possession of her, so she does, like, she dances on the bar. So I think we just see her picture and she just got possessed by a
that's what
demon.
I'm remembering. And she posted it at P3.
Yeah. And
Yep.
she's getting it on it says Coyote Piper is the name for the episode. So yeah, I'm like, what is Prue doing?
Prue's doing nothing.
This is like when Prue discovers one of her ex-boyfriends is being led down the path of becoming a demon. She's just like, she has the Western episode with Cole, because of course she's like, I don't remember when they find out or how they find out that Cole's a demon.
What is Coyote Ugly? What does that mean that Evie's bringing up?
Oh, Coyote Ugly. That was a movie, and it's like a bar where they dance in the bar.
Okay.
Yes.
No, so I mean, I really like I think season 3, like if you're watching this in order, when you're watching season 1 and 2, and you're like, this is good, this is good. Season 3 is we're like, oh, we know what this world is now. We know what this show is now.
Yes.
Like, we know what the players are.
Powers.
It feels lived in. You feel like you sort of are in on the rules, and the stakes are leveling up, and their powers
they've
are
gotten into it. They've been doing this now for a while. They're, still learning, but they have a better grasp on it and have accepted it and are learning to balance it with real life, like Piper and
Piper
Leo.
gets to learn how to explode things and freak out about it.
Yes.
Which is so fun. I'm sorry. Every time Piper has to learn her powers, I'm always just like,
Prue gets turned into a dog.
and that's when she meets a guy.
Yeah, of course, that's when. But yeah, I feel like she just has like random dates, and it's now Piper being married. Is this the season where Piper is like Piper, or is it later where they're like, we need to move out because everybody has a.
They tried to move out this season. It didn't work
like,
out.
we're gonna move out, and I'm always like, in reality, I understand, but as a show and as witches, I'm like, y'all need to stay in the same place.
Stay right here.
I'm sorry, you have to stay upon the Nexus. You cannot leave. And then obviously when Prue dies, when I originally watched it back in the day, whenever it came on TV, I was like devastated. Really, because of how Piper was so devastated.
She was acting.
Rewatching it, I still felt that from Holly, but I was like, maybe just because I knew, but like the first time, I remember the first time being like, oh my God, I didn't think they would kill, like.
When I think it was so not planned that they had a different ending of season 3 originally filmed, and they had to go back and refilm parts of it to make it so that she did die.
Because they had rewatch. It was so interesting rewatching when that whole thing with Shax, because I don't remember that Piper dies, and then
I remember that, and then I was like, Shannon, at least this is your last acting scene in the show, because really you're putting it all out there. Like,
yes. And I was like, oh, I don't remember that Piper dies first, and they go back, and then, but still, they still don't even like explain it well, because they, like we said earlier, they get flown in the shit all the time and never die. And it's not like nothing was like piercing through her chest. Nothing. It wasn't like some exceptional thing. It was like they got blown into whatever, and then she just didn't wake back up. And I was like,
well, I thought the explanation was both her and Piper were in a bad place, and Leo saved Piper first,
okay.
and then there wasn't enough time. He didn't have his avatar powers yet. He couldn't bring people back from the dead.
Yeah. Okay, that would make sense mostly for the thing, because I was like, wait, I don't see any like major thing of why she would be dead, but Yeah.
We've
That
had to talk about in whatever there was season 1 or season 2 when they find out Leo's a white lighter. That was also funny. I really enjoyed
is
that.
that when they I think she like walks in on him dusting or something. He's
Yes,
like
when
floating
he
or is she
finds
like
out first,
meditating?
he's like trying to change a light bulb while he's
Yeah.
floating.
It's
Yeah.
like, whoa.
And then she has to keep the secret. She can't keep the secret, but no one believes her. And then later on, he almost dies, and Piper has to use his powers to like save him.
Yes.
It's just a good episode. So
Okay. And Phoebe
yeah,
was not there
because Phoebe was underground with
with
Cole.
Cole.
Because the source's look is so much better in season 3 than 4. He's got this like luxurious robe, and it's all. And then he just becomes like guy with a really cheap like party, like shroud and like a weird face thing.
Half the face. Because I just saw on Reddit somebody was like, I think Phoebe's actually the reason why Prue died. Because why was she gallivanting with Cole? And I was like, oh well, you know.
Yeah.
But at that time, Cole was trying to be good.
No, he had left her.
No?
So, like they gave up on Cole. They were going to turn Cole, and then Cole was basically triggered by his old mentor to like do an evil thing, and they witnessed it, and they wouldn't give him another chance.
Oh yes,
Which was really dumb because even just from a we should have one less demon on the street approach, you should strip him of his powers. You should just simply do that.
Yes.
Whether you want to be with the man or not is immaterial to we should probably get rid of his powers.
Yes. Okay, because I was confused because it had on episode 19 that Cole joins the good fight when he was going undercover, but then
It was the whole
that
undercover thing where he did break and they wouldn't forgive him. So now he's underground trying to embrace evil. And I don't remember why Phoebe had to go underground. I think it's because they needed Cole to get Tempest, but I don't remember.
Let's see. Because they were trying to save a doctor and Leo. And they're exposed on live TV because again, like I said earlier, being dumb, just on the street, and you're just gonna be blowing no brain cells, charm but not smart.
Actually, I think Phoebe went down to see Cole for a completely different reason, and it was irresponsible. But then Leo told her, "Hey, you have to use Cole's connection to get Tempest."
Okay, Phoebe goes to the underworld to find Cole, and while there, they are forced to strike a deal with Tempest. Okay, but why did she go?
I think it was really dumb. You know how many times she's like, "I need closure." Like she's just like, "I need closure."
Probably.
I think it's one of those things. Like I had this feeling, I have this premonition, I have to go with my gut. Like
so many times, and obviously when this was written was a different time. But it became so frustrating how much storyline, how much reliance on having to find a romantic relationship. I was like, oh my god! But I know it was of its time. But I was like,
yeah.
Ladies.
Yeah, so I think she realized that he basically it's just a little too late. Like she's really just trying to like
oh my gosh. It just yeah. So there was so much frustration, but I think the Cole storyline was a really good one, and there were good individual episodes, even if Prue was just bopping about as she does.
Listen, this was really when they ran out of ideas for Prue. They had no idea.
They were like, all right, she did.
Like, even though I don't like that there was so much drama in the changing of the guard, it was very obvious that once they brought in Paige, the show really got to breathe and become something else.
Yeah. Which is sad, but like it works. That season started with wondering if Piper will ever return from up there.
Because they went out there and they were only gone for like a week in their head or maybe a day, and they were gone for like months on the ground.
Yeah, I'm like, how was that never explained? So Leo just thinks he's up there, but then never mind.
Time is wonky.
Never mind. I'm not even gonna ask. So we have 4 and 5.
I think I like 5 more.
Let me think.
Oh, I don't. Wait. Okay.
Because we still have Cole in 4.
Phoebe and Cole basically have the most dramatic part of their arc here, because this is Cole becomes the source, Phoebe becomes queen of the underworld, the best child. Season 5 is a little less dramatic, but I find it cozier.
4, Phoebe came in with them fuck ass bangs. Oh God, I hate those bangs. Phoebe was I've always thought as a attractiveness to me, I thought Alyssa Milano was the most attractive. And like rewatching it, I'm like, yes, if I had that body and my boobs set up like that, I would wear some of these ridiculous outfits. But god damn it, that bang pissed me off.
The 90s level of we're not wearing a bra today, even though we're a C to D cup, was strong.
And I envy. Oh, and we've got the seer
So
and
actually,
okay,
now that I'm thinking about the arc, season 4 is stronger than 5. So I
because
think
I'm like,
5.
what happened in 5? So is 5 Cole going depressed down yonder trying to get back up
Yeah.
to the world? Like he's
Yeah,
down in the
so
dirt.
5 is when Cole has all the powers and there's no redeeming him. So
Mm.
out of there, Piper has a kid. Like I said, I don't think 5 has better arcs. I just find it incredibly cozy. Like it was like it couldn't miss. Like I just really liked all the episodes.
And then Chris comes in. God, that's
Oh,
they
interesting.
tried to do a spinoff based on the
I don't even
mermaid
really like the mermaid episodes. Like I don't enjoy them that much.
That one wasn't. It was fine. 4.
Like I said, I think I'm okay with saying 5 right now is the next, and then as we go through episodes for each of them, if we end up switching, we can switch.
Okay,
Okay. So 5,
but we're in the best territory though.
we're in the best. We have just apparently gotten rid of the source of all evil, and they decided to turn down Destiny's offer, and Piper is pregnant.
Yes. Oh
And
my
Phoebe
god.
is on a bender because she's trying to divorce her demon ex-husband.
Oh yes, and she's dating, and then she dates that dude, and she tries to save him even though he's supposed to die.
Yes.
So then we get Death, who I like the episodes when Death shows up. Those are very emotional.
I think Death has shown up earlier. Like Death showed up
Yeah.
for Prue in one of the first 3 seasons.
Yeah, like she sees him on the beach or something when she's with Phoebe.
Something
So I always like those episodes because they're like, "We're gonna stop you," and he's like,
I really loved the continuity of recurring characters. They made Charmed a very cozy show.
"Yes." You're like, "Oh look." Like I liked when they would have to call on the leprechauns. And the same ones would come back, or the one who was like once they had the baby and she would be watching the baby. She was sassy. She was funny.
No, Daryl is so funny and he's done dirty constantly. I thought it was very rude when they stole his soul for the start of season 6. Like
when he's just laying on the and he's like, "No, I don't want to do that," and they're like, "Oh."
Like, what's consent? I don't know.
Gonna take it anyway, and his wife was very understanding of them hoes too, because he would be called away from family things and all those things.
Like, I liked the earlier seasons. I liked how we did need someone like that to help clean things up, and I thought he was really funny. And I liked how they didn't really beat around the bush. They were just like, we know, you know.
Yeah. So figure it out, like, cover it up.
The Halloween episode with him and Leo, I thought that was fun.
But like as it goes, you're just like, all right. I just felt like there was very little, like, they would say small things, but I feel like for as much as Daryl has had to cover up for them putting himself in danger, they did not extend enough gratitude or understanding, in my opinion.
No, and I think it was a combination of that frustration, and like I don't think you can separate it from the fact of like you were taking advantage of this person who already has to like live like as a marginalized identity in the 90s and 2000s. Like it's just like the writers just they were misusing their one marginalized character.
Of course. They have, this is the one. Is this where Paige ends up dating Norman Reedus?
I can't remember.
I think this is when, so the crone is trying to steal her baby, Piper's baby.
Yep.
And this has, let's see, Paige's voice. Oh, that's the monkey.
Oh yeah, he was dating the guy. It was the guy from Boondock Saints, wasn't it?
Yeah, Norman Reedus, who's also Daryl from The Walking Dead. Yeah, and then he turned out, and she had to do, because I think, have they all done a truth spell on people they were dating?
Not all of them. Piper didn't have to,
but she did that and found out he was like married, kids, and. So yeah, we get Chris at the end and the whole Titans episode, which
I mean, one of my favorite Grams episodes is here. It was the fairy tale episode, was really good. This is when Paige is starting to get. This is when we meet like leprechauns and fairy. Like we're seeing more of the magical creatures. Which
the fairy tale one, yeah, I remember that one. Which on that one would always get me after like season 2. is they're like, oh, it's, I think, I don't know if Grams told Piper about like, oh, whatever, this is a fairy tale. Her like, that can't be real. I'm like, okay. So you've seen all of these other things. This demon who's come here, you've lost a sister, you've been to the underworld, but the fairy tale characters coming to life can't be
Piper is
real.
in constant denial that the world is out of her control. Okay, she's in perpetual denial that things can always get worse. Okay?
I'm like, what do you mean? Um, let's see.
Cole, oh, there was the mummy episode. That one was fun.
Oh, that is a good one.
Yeah.
And they had the superhero one,
And we have Barbas again.
of course.
Like I said, I think this is just like a really good compilation of like greatest hits and really good acting and writing for characters.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it has a standout arc, which is why like out of nowhere we get like the Olympus things at the end. Like there was no like
which
there
is
was
wild.
no to it.
I did enjoy, but it was wild because yeah, all of these is like, okay, Cole is still trying to get back, and this one, oh, this one eliminated Paige from the Hollowell tree line.
So yeah, that was the
Yeah.
final Cole episode. So then she gets to kill him as Balthazar because it's the only way to kill him.
And yeah, Piper's pregnant this whole time. And the day that Magic died,
He killed him in the 100th episode. That's iconic. I don't
Wait.
ever know what episodes are 100, but
me either. It's not numbered on here. The day that Magic died. Oh, I remember that one because weren't they getting all those gifts at the house?
then
From
yeah,
the
then the
magical
elder sent the
community?
unicorn. They didn't know that that was that. And...
Yes, and then they needed it shaped little unicorns.
Oh, can we talk about in that episode? That's when their dad brings his new wife while Piper
Yes.
is in labor, which was
Yes.
so much. Like that's an evil story without her being evil.
Yes, I was like, this is not the time. And then of course, she turns out to be. I'm like, oh my god, you guys, you got to have better perception. You think people who aren't evil are evil, and then vice versa. But yeah, I feel like there was a lot of like mythical, like we had the nymphs, the elves, all the fairy tale. It's a very
like the previous seasons, we were building out the demon world, and now we're building out the other magical community. And I
Yeah.
just thought it was really fun. Like I just
Yes.
had a really good time.
Like it's not all just these three witches and then the bad guys. There are also other people. Because the nymphs one, wasn't that once Jason was there? That was funny because doesn't Phoebe turn into a nymph or Paige?
No, Paige, because Paige was working too hard because she was basically being a stay-at-home mom aunt and doing all for witchy stuff.
Yes, we love Chris.
We love Chris
Oh,
so much.
Also another of Graham's because she comes for the Wickening.
Yep.
And then that dude who was like her
so,
lover.
like the opposite of misogynistic. What is it when you actually hate men? Like
yeah, because she was like a boy.
It's like, how dare I have a grandson? I'm like,
Graham. Like, that name doesn't start with a P, and that's not a good name for a girl. I'm like, well, he's not a she. She's like, get it away from me.
It's really funny.
Grams was the best.
Yeah, like I just think this was a cozy season. I find it very comfortable. Like of all of the seasons, these are the episodes from season 5 are the one-offs that I want to be on TV when I'm like in a hotel room or like flying or something like that.
Even though they're like obviously Piper's worried about becoming a parent and Phoebe and her Cole thing, they are like looking at them, even if you had the bad guy or whatever, they are like a lighter.
Yeah.
It just wasn't because the source is gone at this time. It's not some like big life altering thing like the Zanku and all of the other people. And then we don't get like that bad. Because what happened? Why did they have to become the Titans to make Leo become
No. So
an elder?
The Titans were being awoken. They had to become Olympians. Leo, because of cosmic energy, doing all of this and saving the day, got elevated to elder without his consent.
But wasn't that Chris's plan to make him an elder?
Yes. And because he was from the future, he kind of knew that this would probably trigger these events. Although, again, don't look at it too hard. There's a lot of plot holes. It doesn't make sense.
I'm like, wait, didn't he say? It
doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
Hey, it happens. We got a baby Wyatt, and then we got brother Chris from the future. So yes, that was Oh, look, and that's also when Paige got her first charge as a white glider, which was her daddy,
Yeah.
Sam.
Oh,
And her hair was red. It was great.
but I do think talking it through, season 4 has some of the most unstop watchable binging sections of it.
And we have crowned.
Season 4 is the winner. And we are largely in agreement, which I'm kind of like happy about.
Yes.
We did not know ahead of time.
No. I thought we would have more. Like, obviously, there's still little things. I think more
Like, I think
smaller
if
things.
we were to talk about what our rating is for Charmed overall, we have very different numbers.
Yes. Yes. But yeah, season 4 is just woo. It's a lot. I think as like it's more definitely season 4 is more what I when I originally think of Charmed is like a fantasy drama instead of more soapy. I think season 4 is really giving that.
I really love, like, there's the Muse episode.
I love that one.
Such a good episode.
They get all of like get all this motivation and inspiration to do the things. Saving Private Leo. Ooh, that was a good one. The two ghosts who come back and were mad that Leo lived and they died.
Yeah.
Remember that one? I thought that was a good
I
one.
really like I like Cole and Phoebe, because I agree with Cole. I think Cole and Phoebe were at their best when he was still Balthazar. So we have that for a little bit. And then we have him losing his powers. And I do like how they kind of use that like vacuum to like take the source's power. I thought that like actually made sense. And like you can't really tell as much anymore, but you can really tell the season break when like they're dancing in P3 and his eyes do the thing when he gets the source. And I'm like, oh my god.
Those anytime in TV back in the day, something ended like that with the eye. That was like you have to. It's like season break or it's the end of it, and you're like, oh my god, now we have to wait. Really, really good. Their wedding. Mm.
Although
Mm-mm-mm.
this is the beginning of the gaslighting of Paige, which I never love.
Yeah, yeah.
Poor Paige. She's
They really took that, and I'm like, I understand y'all, and she's still a newer and younger sister, but y'all, some of the things they would just like everything she said to be like, no, that's not happening. That's impossible. Like, come on. But yes, there's so much. Let's see. Power of three has been destroyed. Um, and then her finding each other. That was the clay was in that one. I know you didn't love that one.
no,
Ooh,
I mean, especially just because that was another episode where like Piper and Phoebe just weren't listening to Paige, and that was what led to all like I don't know, like sometimes Paige was an idiot. That happened often.
they all have their moments, and she was younger and newer to the thing, which is
I
something
did
to
like
take
the
into
episodes we got
consideration.
from her being newer, like the body swap between her and Phoebe was fun.
Mhm.
I think it's a cringe episode, but it also always sticks in my head where she like steals the Book of Shadows from the house and like
Oh,
takes it
yes.
to work.
You took it outside. She throws it out the window and then goes. They have a really good one of the episodes I thought was really good called Brain Drain when like Piper is like stuck in her head or something. Like she's
Yes, so the
somewhere.
source is trying to get her. It's that classic. Every supernatural show has to have the episode where the character is trying to be told that you've been in an asylum this whole time.
Yep.
Every
Give away your powers. They were so
Buffy
cool.
had one, Smallville has one. They all have this episode. Actually, my funny fact for Buffy is my one friend thought that that was the series finale of Buffy was that episode. I'm like, you know, because she thought it was like the worst series finale ever. And I'm like, correct, that would be bad, but it was also not.
I'm like trying to. Okay, so this was 2001. It started in October. Wow.
And I really love the arc where like Cole and Phoebe, Cole's the source, they get married, they move out, they have a kid. She becomes well, not a, they don't have a kid, but she gets
She's
pregnant.
pregnant.
The queen of the underworld.
It's so funny when they're in that penthouse and she's like killing all of his people because she's just like hormonal and angry. And he's like having a meeting and they're she's she's just burning people up and it's like, oh god. And with the seer giving her the potion thing, and then oh, what
That
is
seer
that?
actress was also good. And like
Mm-hmm.
there's like a compilation that people were sharing in my Discord that's like just this the Rihanna song Stand There and Watch You Burn with just a bunch of coal getting blown up by Phoebe. And also just like how their relationship, I do think, so I go back and forth when I watch season 5 of how much they do Cole dirty. But I do think like at its core, at least in terms of their relationship, it wasn't going to work out. Like even if they were just two regular people. I think I am agreed on that. Now, do I think he needed to be like subjected to death? No. But
why don't if it were so like say they stripped his powers completely, he wasn't taunted at all by the darkness, why don't you think they would have worked as a couple?
I think their relationship really only ever worked in like high stress scenarios, and whenever it got to like the day-to-day stuff, they didn't have like the longevity to keep it going. And I think they kind of just emotionally abused each other a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, like so often he wouldn't take what she was saying at face value, and so often she didn't believe in him. Like I don't know, there was just like a lot of,
Yeah.
and like
I get that.
What'd you say?
No, I was like, I get that, especially even because I think you can't erase his past. Because even once he was like fully free, he just like, what do I do now? I need to do something. I want to like when he tried to become
like a cop,
what work with Paige, and yeah, all the things. So I don't. In addition to what you said,
they had passion. I just don't think they had the structures you need for like a long-standing relationship.
Yeah, because passion is great, but like you to have a relationship in that kind of like turmoil all the time is not good.
Like one of the reasons why Piper and Leo do work is not because they're perfect all the time, but because they like literally are able to work through it constantly. And we do see that.
They made it through.
They made it through somehow.
My Lord, I wouldn't have, but shout out to them.
We made it through.
Their 2 kids.
So what's your rating of Charmed out of 10?
Overall?
Sure, I don't know.
I think I would give it a 7.5.
What about your best season? So the things that are the best, what do you rate those?
Ooh, then I would give those like a 9.
Okay.
But some of them are really, and I probably could run. Here's what rating is so weird because it feels like 7.5 feels too low, then 8 kind of feels too high, but like anything, but like also 6 and below, that's crazy. But there's just like not enough space. Rating is hard.
Well, give it an A, B, C, or D. What do you give it?
Overall, okay, then I would just give it a B plus.
Okay. So a B plus, just so you know, on a 10 scale, that's an 8.5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you want to just go by percentages to grades.
Well, then that's better then.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not objective here. Objectively, we know that I have issues, so it shouldn't be a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. So, it's not a 10 out of 10, but it's a 10 out of 10.
Yes. And that's fine because it's a TV show. It is, especially a nostalgic one. And it is what it is.
What's our next show we're going to pick?
I don't know because the problem here's the problem is that there's too much TV, and my friend somehow convinced me to start the rewatch of Stranger Things, and although way less seasons, so I'm already on season 2. But like you're watching Smallville.
I'm watching Smallville. You've been meaning to watch West Wing, and I could totally get into a West Wing rewatch.
Oh, really?
I could do it. Okay. It's time. The government is on fire. That's when I watch West Wing.
I know it's on. Okay, I tried to start.
No, I'm not doing it.
Like in 2020, I think I got like 4 episodes in, but there's there's so many seasons.
I will not be joining you on that journey.
Did you already watch it and hate it?
No, I just don't like it.
Yeah, and granted, only a few episodes. I wasn't pulled in. I stopped.
Do we love ourselves? I can't binge watch Law and Order SVU.
I don't. I started SVU from the beginning, but rewatching really any like it's less so with Criminal Minds, but rewatching SVU with a like anti-cop brain it's hard for me to enjoy. Some things like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like this like the comedy stuff, and still like Criminal Minds for the most part, but SVU because I'm like Stabler. You should have been fired season 1, dog. Like he's just so many gross abuses of
Also,
power.
something we could do, since we don't need to actually put in the time to rewatch it, but we never did one of these for Bones, and I know you have many thoughts about
Woo!
Bones.
Jesus.
So I'm just saying, if in the future we feel just like yapping about something, I can always pull out my memories of Bones, because that is my other show that I watched 7 million times and own the
Yeah.
DVDs.
We could. I will definitely rewatch Bones season 1 through 6.
I know, and that's when I told you to stop. Like, I told you.
Straight to jail, like that man. And so I know it's still on, but I think I got through like 6 seasons, start like rewatching it, and I was like, actually no. And then I remember watching Criminal Minds, which sometimes, you know, I'm like, I have to remind myself, TV show, they're trying to get the bad guy, but nothing compared to SVU. My God, they're out of hand. But okay, how many seasons and how many episodes of The West Wing have? Like, let me see.
It's 8 seasons because it's 2 presidencies, I think. And it's like your standard 20-some.
Okay.
It's like as long as Charmed.
Okay.
And it's fun. It's a good show.
Okay, maybe after Stranger Things.
I mean, no rush. It's on. I think it's on Max, and my mom owns the Blu-rays, so I can like watch them whenever.
Yeah, because I have Max.
The problem with the Bones chat is like this one already took so long, and we were in agreement.
Yeah, that is ranking. That would be hard.
Like we need to have 2 tier ranks. We need like dueling. Like
like you put up yours, I put up mine. Can we do that? We'll have to figure that out. But
we'll cross that bridge one day. But
because you know, as you have the memory, so you can help jog my memory. Because obviously, I've watched seasons 1 through 6 twice, and then the second half one time. And I do still, while I had problems, still have, you know, I have fondness in my heart. And
Jess just hates babies. Just so we're all clear, this is 100%.
I do.
Jess hates babies.
They ruin everything. Emily Deschanel, how dare you? I would rather be like, she's pregnant, but it's not written into the thing because they're trying to hide her belly than them writing into
something where we just like keep holding a pot in front of her.
Yes, because it happens. Like I remember watching, it was like a season of Walking Dead. Because like normally just in women, you can typically tell in their face or something. And I love to like go look it up and see and be like, yeah, she was pregnant during that. But I prefer you to pretend like we don't see that and you just carry on with the normal story. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's kind of like, well, this was fun and good. It's especially because normally it's just a rewatch. And I mean, I know we've had our chats, but like having a and
I'm glad we did it worst to best because we did end in like a good spot.
Yes, we did. Although last thing, because I know we mentioned not this would be impossible or too long, not to rank every character, but if you had to choose like one character or like one sister who's your favorite and one other character, and then same with least favorite.
Oh, okay. Favorite sister's Piper. That's easy. Piper's the favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Other characters, Chris. Done. Least favorites. Are these people that like have to be in the opening credit? Like, what are we talking about here? Like,
no, they could just be if they're just in the show.
I tried to tell Jess it was a fashion thing, and she told me it wasn't. I'm like, I think this
oh
is
my god, the blaze. Not to derail you, but especially once she was in, and it made sense. She was in a postpartum body, but they were trying to squeeze Emily Deschanel into too tight of blazers and like a too tight of a pant and a high boot, and it was not working.
Okay. I think his favorite, maybe it is Jason. I don't know. A lot of Phoebe and Paige's love interests do nothing for me.
Yeah.
And then least favorite like main character. I mean, it's probably Prue then. Like,
yeah.
Sisters. Like
that would be mine.
Like my ranking of enjoyability watching the characters is Prue, Paige, Phoebe, Piper. That's like how it is.
Yeah. I It's so funny because Piper always used to be my favorite sister, and like she's still up there, but I felt more flustered with her in the later seasons. So then I'd be like Paige. I don't know. I had equal time where I was like, this person. Was it ever Phoebe? Maybe a random episode here or there. So mostly overall Piper, yes, and least favorite would be Prue, and then side characters favorite. I would say Chris or Daryl. I
Yeah, I
love
guess Daryl also needs to get there. I just feel so annoyed at how they handle his character a lot of
yeah,
the times.
yes.
Um,
Um, and least favorite. I really, for some reason, Glenn, who was Paige's friend, I did not like him. I didn't like his
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. He was
face. I did not like him when he popped up. I did not like Glenn.
agreed.
I'm a fan of not even trying to hide. Yeah, stop talking about people's bodies. Just let them gain weight.
Yeah,
Amazing. Well, this was lovely.
yeah.
Oh, Victor.
Like there's a potential that it could have done something, but it's just everything was too rushed. We talk about season 8 a lot at the start of the chat, though.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, that's it. That's like
That's
two
right there.
episodes of Charmed.
That's the official ranking there.
Fight
And
us. I'm
our
kidding.
word is law. So,
Yeah.
but thank you all for your comments and joining us. I was like, I don't know who's gonna pop up, but I'm glad it's us fellow. Okay, the dog is whining, so I'm gonna end it. Thank you, everyone. Toodaloo.
Goodbye.
Bye.